Okay, I think we are live. Good stuff. Hello, world. Welcome to a brand new episode of Mr. FLIXTER Show. I'm your host, of course, Chris, aka Mr. FLIXTER. And in this episode, I know it's a week late, but this is my special Mother's Day episode. And I'm excited. I got a brand new horror movie I want to talk about called Dolly. But before I get to that, if you're new to my channel, if you're not familiar with my format, I usually do, I report on some birthdays or some deaths, what's going on that week, and then I do a segment I like to call The Weekend Box Office Update. So, without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? Live from Niagara Falls, it's Mr. FLIXTER Show on Saturday night. On my video. Oh, let's try that again. Take two. If it works. Here we go. Let's try that again. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video.
He said he was on the verge of a discovery so terrific that he doubted his own sanity. There was a strange look in his eyes, some mystery.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I'm Mr. FLIXTER. Here to talk motion pictures.
Mr. FLIXTER.
Oh, I'm back. Here I am. Okay, so let's get to some birthdays. I don't think I have any deaths this week. Nope, not this week. Okay. So without further ado, let me just share the screen. Here we go. And then put myself in the corner. Okay. So the first birthday that I want to talk about is Joyce DeWitt. I apologize, my computer is being incredibly slow tonight. Oh, I wasn't even typing. Okay, let's try that again. Joyce DeWitt. Here we go. Where's her picture? Here she is. Joyce DeWitt was born on April 23rd, 1949, in Wheeling, West Virginia. She just turned 77. Happy birthday, Joyce DeWitt. So she's probably most recognizable from Three's Company, but let's get to her other body of work. Well, the rest of her career. Again, bear with me. My computer's going slow tonight. Okay, she has 27 acting credits. That's respectable. So her last, looks like it was a movie, was Ask Me to Dance from 2022. Let's see what else she's done. Some of these I haven't heard of before. Oh, she was in Call of the Wild in 2009. That's cool. And she was in Hope Island. That was a show from 2000, one episode. Okay. Living Single. I used to watch that. One episode, 1998.
My Boyfriend's Dogs. That was a good movie.
Okay. Oh, My Boyfriend's Dogs. Sabrina, my girlfriend, she helps out behind the scenes. She recommends this one, 2014. I haven't heard of that one. So thank you.
You're welcome.
My Boyfriend's Dogs. TV movie. Oops. Didn't mean to click that. Sorry. Okay. Where was I? Snapshot sounds familiar. Go away. I'm not sponsored. Okay. Snapshot sounds familiar. 2014. She was in Sybil for one episode in 1995. And then there it is. She was in 171 episodes of Three's Company between 1976 and 1984. Wow. That's amazing. She was also in The Love Boat before that in 1979 in one episode. That's cool. And then I haven't heard of these, but her first TV show was Beretta. 2 episodes in 1975. And her first movie was With This Ring in 1978. Awesome. So let's get her picture back up here. Here she is. Once again, happy birthday, Joyce DeWitt. I'm all about celebrating life. So, our next birthday, you might have heard of this person. Maybe. It's Jack Nicholson. There we go. Here's his picture. Jack Nicholson was born April 22nd in 1937 in Neptune City, New Jersey. He just had his 89th birthday. So let's take a look at his legendary career, shall we? Let me just scroll down. Go away. I'm not sponsored. Okay. So he's got 78 acting credits. Huh. I thought he would have had more. Oh well. His most recent movie was How Do You Know in 2010. So it's been a while since he's been in something. He was in The Bucket List in 2007. The Departed's really good, 2006. And then he was in Something's Gotta Give in 2003. Anger Management is hilarious, also 2003. I did an Adam Sandler episode where I talk about top 5 comedies that he did. And this was one of them. So if you want to hear my thoughts on Anger Management, you can watch the episode. About Schmidt is good from 2002. As Good as It Gets was in 1997. Mars Attacks is awesome, 1986. He was in Wolf, Grey Werewolf movie, 1994. Highly recommend. He was in Hoffa, 1992. A Few Good Men. You Can't Handle the Truth, 1992. He was in The Two Jakes in 1990. And of course, he was in Batman, 1989. I also did an episode of this movie too. So if you want to know my thoughts on Batman, check it out. I got a bunch of Batman videos on my channel. There's also in The Witches at Eastwick, which is also highly recommended. Very good. Oh, and Broadcast News. I can't believe I missed that. Both 87. Terms of Endearment was 83. Let's see what else we got here. There's the big one, The Shining, 1980. And we got One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975. Highly recommend that one if you haven't seen it. There's The Passenger, 1975. Chinatown, 1974. What else? Five Easy Pieces, 1970. On a Clear Day, You Can See Forever, 1970. Easy Rider, 1969. We're in the 60s now. Oh, he was in the Andy Griffith Show for 2 episodes. I didn't know that. 1966 to 1967. That's awesome. He was in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, 1967. What else we got? He was in The Terror, 1963. The Raven, 1963 as well. Let's keep going. Let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, that's right. He was in Little Shop of Horrors in 1960. And it looks like his first TV show was something called Matinee Theater. He was in 1 episode in 1956. And his first movie was The Crybaby Killer in 1958. Wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome. So let's get his picture up here one more time. The legend himself, Jack Nicholson. Happy birthday, Jack Nicholson. Hopefully you keep making movies. A boy can dream, right? Okay, I got one more birthday for you. It's another biggie. Tim Curry. That's a good picture. Tim Curry was born April 19, 1946, in Grafton Hall, Warrington, United Kingdom. He just had his 80th birthday. Wow. Happy birthday, Tim Curry. It's very sad to see him the way he is now. And I'll be sad to see him go. So let's talk about his illustrious, I should say, career. Not elusive. There's not really much secretive about it. But anyways, we're moving on. Go away, not sponsored. Okay. Where was I? Let's go. He's got 244 acting credits. Holy crap. I didn't realize he was in so many things. So his last movie was in 2024. Wow. He was in Stream. Okay. And then he was in Rocky Horror Show Live Stream Theater. I don't know what that is. I guess they played that online or something. Hold on. What is this? If it looks, here we go. Rocky Horror Live Stream Theater. What is this? A virtual live stream of Richard O'Brien's. Oh, okay. Yeah. With Jason Alexander. Dave. Oh, that's right. I remember this now. I watched that when it aired. Okay. Moving on. Okay, where was I? Go away. I'm not sponsored. Let's see. He's got one upcoming. Diego on Troll World Chronicles. Oh, okay. They're making another Trolls movie because why not, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, he was in the Clone Wars. Star Wars Clone Wars, I should say. He played Chancellor Palpatine. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. For 10 episodes. 2012 to 2014. That's awesome. That was been the original run. Then he was in Ben 10 Omniverse for one episode. He was in Wonder Pets for one episode. Transformers Rescue Bots for 4 episodes in 2012. Phineas and Ferb for 2 episodes, 2008 to 2012. Let's see, he was in Criminal Minds for 2 episodes in 2010. Oh, he was in the game Dragon Age Origins. I didn't know that. That was a good game. 2009. What else is there? Uh-oh. My bad. Okay. A lot of video games. Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King, 2008. That's cool. Let's see, what else here? We got to get to. SpongeBob and Friends, Attack of the Toy... Oh, that's a game. Okay. Attack of the Toy Bots, 2007. I thought it was a movie. There's so many SpongeBob movies now. Anyways. Let's see, what else is here? He was in something called Queer Duck the Movie, 2006. Interesting. He was in The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron for 7 episodes, 2003 to 2006. That's cool. I didn't know that. He's in Monty Python Spam-A-Lot, 2005. What else is here? There's so much. Duck Dodgers, 2005, 1 episode. Uh-oh, I jumped. Sorry. Okay, Kinsey was good, 2004. That's also got Liam Neeson. There it is, The Wild Thornberrys. That's the one I was waiting for. 90 episodes, 1998 to 2004. That was a good show. And he was in Hey Arnold. I didn't know that. For 3 episodes, 1998 to 2004. And he was in Will and Grace for 2 episodes in 2004. And Monk, 2004, 1 episode. Oh, that was a good show too. He was in The Proud Family in 2003 for 1 episode. Let's see, what else? He was in Rugrats Go Wild, 2003. That was the crossover between The Wild Thornberrys and Rugrats. The movie was huge when it came out. Let's see, there's The Wild Thornberrys, 2002. Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights, 2002. Oh, that's a game, sorry. What else is here? Samurai Jack. He was in 1 episode of 2002. What else is here? Oh, yeah, he was in Scary Movie 2. That's right, 2001. What else is here? He was in Tales from the Crypt in 1 episode in 2000. He was in Rugrats in Paris in 2000. That's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. He was in Charlie's Angels in 2000, the remake, with Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Cameron Diaz. What else is here? He was in Voltron, the Third Dimension, in 1998 to 2000 for 23 episodes. And he was in Batman Beyond. I didn't know that. In 1 episode in 2000. That's cool. He was in Johnny Bravo for 1 episode, 1999. Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, 1999. Oh, he was in Recess for 1 episode, 1999 as well. He was in 1 episode of Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain in 1999. That was a very bizarre show. And then Jumanji, 18 episodes. I forgot that was a cartoon. 1996 to 1999. Whoa, blast from the past. And he was in the Rugrats movie in 1998. Huh. What else is here? He was in A Christmas Carol, 1997. I didn't know that. Let's see, what else is here? He was in Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas, 1997. Okay. And he was in Real Monsters for 19 episodes, 1994 to 1997. That's a classic. I love that show. He was in The Spooktacular New Adventures of Casper, 1997 for 1 episode. He was in Duckman for 10 episodes from 1994 to 1997. Wow, I haven't thought about Duckman in a long time. Oh yeah, there was a Masked TV show, that's right. He was in 14 episodes from 1995 to 1997. Wow. Oh, don't start. He was in McHale's Navy in 1997. What else is there? He was in Freakazoid. That was a good show. 1997. Okay, let me just check the comments real quick. Okay, sorry, folks. I had some technical issues there. No comments, though. Okay, we'll move on. Where was I? Freakazoid. Okay, he was in the Mighty Ducks TV show for 22 episodes, 1996 to 1997. And he was in Quack Pack, 1996 for 2 episodes. I remember that. And then there it is, Gargoyles. That was a big one. It was in 7 episodes, 1995 to 1996. Love that cartoon. Let's see, what else is here? He was in Muppet Treasure Island. Oh, that's the game. But yeah, the movie. Hold on. We'll find the movie. He was in Captain Planet and the Planeteers for 27 episodes, 1991 to 1996. Wow. There it is. Muppet Treasure Island. He played Long John Silver in 1996. Okay, same year. Cool, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Gotta get the facts straight. He was in Congo, 1995. Classic. I remember seeing that at the drive-in when it came out. I think I just dated myself. Actually, no. Dated myself would say that's when the drive-in had the speakers that you put into the window. Comment below if you remember that, if you're old enough. Let's see what else we got here. He was in the Sonic the Hedgehog anime. 13 episodes in 1994. And he was in the Little Mermaid TV show. I remember that. Uh-oh, too far. Little Mermaid was 4 episodes, 1982 to 1994. Then he was in the Aladdin show. What is going on with my mouse? Okay. Sorry, my computer's acting screwy. So anyways, Aladdin, the show. There was 3 episodes in 1994. He was also on the Dinosaurs TV show. Wow. 7 episodes. Oh, he played Winston, the chief elder at Pterodactyl. That's awesome. 1992 to 1994. I highly recommend Dinosaurs if you haven't seen it. That's on Disney Plus now. What else is here? He was in the Three Musketeers in 1993. And he was in Tales from the Crypt in 1993 for 1 episode. Huh, that's cool. He was on there twice. There must have been different versions. He was in Roseanne for 2 episodes in 1993. That's cool. He was in Loaded Weapon 1, 1993. That's a funny movie. I haven't thought about that one in a long time either. What else is here? I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, I missed a couple things. Here we go. Go back. Okay. We're there. He was in Home Alone 2. Lost in New York. 1992, that's a big one. And he was in Eek, the cat. Oh my God. I remember that. He was the narrator for 1 episode. Wow. 1992. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's his video for some reason. Okay. I don't know what that is. But anyways, Home Alone 2 was 1992. Then he was in Darkwing Duck for 3 episodes, 1991 to 1992. He was in Batman, the animated series, for 2 episodes, 1992. And Ferngully, another big one, 1992. Let's see, what else is here? He was in the Tom and Jerry Kids Show, one episode, 1991. He was in Oscar, 1991. That movie's hilarious. He was in Tailspin, the original, for 2 episodes. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, I don't want Prime. Go away. Okay. And then here's another big one, It, 1990. It's just 2 episodes, but it's just one movie. But it was made for TV movie and they split it in 2 parts. But anyways, It. He was the original Pennywise. And then he was in Tiny Toon Adventures for 1 episode, 1990. Let's keep going. The Hunt for Red October, 1990. Oh, he was in the Paddington Bear TV show for 13 episodes in 1989 to 1990. Then he was in the Tracy Ullman Show for 2 episodes in 89. He was in The Worst Witch in 1986. And then, oh, there's another big one, Clue, 1985. And then Legend, he plays Darkness, 1985. Awesome.
That was too short.
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, he was in Annie, the original, 1982, and Oliver Twist, 1982. Let's keep going. There's the biggest one, Rocky Horror Picture Show, 1975. I did an episode about this, but this was my Halloween episode last year. So if you're curious my thoughts about the Rocky Horror Picture Show, feel free to tune in. Check it out. It's on my channel if you want to watch it. Oh, too far. I keep missing the button. Sorry. Okay. So it looks like his first job was a TV show, television, theater from ... Let's see what this is. Oh, okay, that's as far as it goes. Okay. What is this? It doesn't even say. Okay, whatever. Moving on. All the way down. Oh. And down. All the way down. Go away. Not sponsored. Where are we? We're in the 90s. Okay, gotta keep going. There we go. Okay. Where were we? Rocky Horror was the 70s. There it is. Okay. Okay, we're there. So after that, his first TV show was Ace of the Wands, 1970 for 1 episode. And his first movie was Rocky Horror Picture Show, I believe. Yeah, it was. Awesome. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The career of Tim Curry. Let's get his picture back up here.
Clue was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I highly recommend Clue if you haven't seen it. Here's the picture one more time.
What year did you say that came out?
85, I believe.
I was 11 years old when that came out.
Happy birthday, Tim Curry. So this wraps up the birthday portion of the show. Where am I? Here I am. Still no comments. That's cool. Okay, here I am. So now let's do a little segment I like to call. Oh my God, I can't talk. I'll try that again. Let's do a little segment I like to call the Weekend Box Office Update. Let's get to it. Let's go to Box Office Mojo. So this is the domestic box office from last week.
You just went out.
And then I'll talk about international after this. So, actually, wait, I just want to check one thing. Okay, cool, we're good. Box Office Mojo. Okay, so the number one movie last week was The Devil Wears Prada 2. It made $40.6 million. It was number one last week, too. But it dropped 45.8%. Despite adding 50 theaters. I don't know how that works, but okay. And it's made $143.4 million so far. Holy crap. The question is, why? I didn't realize there's such an interest in this movie. Oh, well. Number two is Mortal Kombat 2. It made $38.5 million. Not bad for its opening weekend. I'm looking forward to that one. And number three is Michael, dropping one spot. It made $37.9 million. It only dropped 30%. That's not too bad. And it's made $241.8 million. It's been out for 3 weeks. I saw this recently, so stay tuned for an episode of Michael coming soon. Coming soon. Excuse me. Okay. At number 4 is The Sheep Detectives for some reason. It made $15 million. It's an Amazon movie, so it should be streaming soon. At number 5 is the Billie Eilish concert film, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the one directed by James Cameron. It made $7 million for its opening weekend. Number 6 is Super Mario Galaxy. It dropped 3 spots. It made $6.4 million. And it dropped 45.1%. Ooh, ouch. That's big. But it's made $412.1 million so far for 6 weeks. That's not bad. Number 7 is Project Hail Mary, dropping 3 spots. It was at number 4 last week. It made $6.5 million, and it only dropped 22.5%, so it's pretty consistent. It's made $328.3 million so far. Number 8 is the new horror movie Holcomb. It was at number 5 last week. It dropped 3 spots. It made $3.2 million. Ooh, it dropped 49.1%. Ouch. And it's made $12.4 million so far. Not bad for 2 weeks. And being a low-budget horror movie with not much advertising. Most people probably don't even know what that is, but I'm looking forward to it. It's like a haunted house movie. At number 9 is Deep Water, dropping 1 spot. It made $836,000. It dropped 60.2%. Holy crap, that's huge. And only lost 374 theaters, so I wonder why there's such a significant drop. That's strange. It made $3.7 million for 2 weeks. And number 10 is the new Animal Farm. This looks atrocious, but I'll give it a shot anyways. Can't really judge a film till you see it, right? It dropped 4 spots. It was at number 6 last week. It made $704,000. It dropped 78.6. Oh my God, I can't read. 78.7%. Whoa, that's massive. And it's made $5 million so far for 2 weeks. So that is a significant decline. I can't believe that. That's a steep drop. I mean, people went out and see it, and it got horrible word of mouth. And not many people rushed out to go see it the next week. So this probably won't last in theaters very much longer. Animal Farm. And now the honorable mentions, 11 to 15. We got The Mummy. It was number 7 last week. Now it's 11. It made $556,000. Ooh, this also dropped 74.7%. Ouch. This has been getting horrible reviews. I have not seen a single good one. Ooh, it lost 1,471 theaters last week.
Oh, wow.
No, oh my God, this week. Wow.
Are you sure you can
I'm okay, folks. 100. Well, oh my God, I'm okay. 1,471 theaters. It's only in 612 now. Oh my God. So yeah, this is on its way out too.
About to be pulled.
Yeah, this probably won't be in theaters much longer. It's made $28.7 million so far. It's only been out for 4 weeks, too, so it hasn't even had that long of a run. So again, horrible word of mouth. Number 12 was The Drama. It dropped 2 spots. It was at 10 last week. It made $293,000.
No.
It dropped 67.6%. But it's made $47.7 million so far for 6 weeks. Number 13, shout out to Hoppers, hanging in strong. It made another $202,000, but it dropped 71.7%. Ooh, ouch. It's lost a big chunk of its theaters too. Look at that, 695. So this one's on its way out too, and this should be on Disney Plus soon. If you haven't seen it yet, don't worry, it's coming. But it has made $165.6 million for 10 weeks. That's awesome. I'm glad Pixar finally got some success after Elio. Elio was disappointing. So it's good that Pixar got a win. But is it a return to form? Only time will tell. Number 14 is The Story of Everything. It dropped 3 spots. It was at 11 last week. This one made $163,000. It dropped 81.7%, and it lost half of its theaters. Wow. It made $1.8 million. It's only been out for 2 weeks, and there's no studio listed. That's odd. And rounding out the honorable mentions is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, the movie Tears of Azure Sea. What? What is this? That was a mouthful. Rimuru and friends visit Celestial Emperor Hermesia's resort island after the Jura Tempest Federation's opening ceremony. During their vacation, they encounter a mysterious woman, leading to a new incident by the Azure Sea. Oh, that actually sounds pretty cool. I think it's an anime. All right, then. Fair enough. It made $130,000. It dropped 86.3%. Damn. And it's made $1.3 million so far after being out for 2 weeks. So this concludes the domestic portion of the weekend box office update. So let's get to worldwide. Just want to make sure, no comments or anything. Okay, no comments. That's cool. Moving on. Okay, so it looks like the #1 movie around the world as of this week. It's May 16th, 2026. At the time of this recording, Super Mario Galaxy is the #1 movie in the world. $944.2 million worldwide. Cool. And then number 2 is Project Hail Mary, hanging in strong. $660 million. And that's a pretty even split. Same with Mario, between foreign and domestic. You can see the percentages there. Number 3 is the Chinese movie, Pegasus 3. That dropped a few spots. It made $653 million worldwide, mainly a domestic box office. It's a Chinese movie. Number 4 is Michael, believe it or not. Wow. Made $621.9 million. That's a fairly even split, too. And number 5 is The Devil Wears Prada 2. Really? $451.5 million. In case you couldn't tell, I have no interest in this movie. I don't plan on reviewing it ever. So, yeah. Pretty, well, it's actually more of a foreign box office. Okay, cool. Number 6 is Hoppers. $241.6 million. Again, more of a foreign market there. Interesting. Number 6 is Wuthering Heights. It made $241.6 million. And again, more of a foreign market there. Interesting. Number 8 is Blades of the Guardians. It made $215.3 million. This is purely a foreign market. I don't think that's been released in the Western Hemisphere yet. Number 9 is Scream 7. Shout out to Scream 7 for hanging in strong. I wasn't a fan of the movie, but I support the franchise. $207.9 million, a record for the franchise, and more of a domestic market. Oh, that's cool. And number 10 is Scare Out. $200,000, strictly foreign. Number 11 is Goat. Shout out to Goat for still being in the honorable mentions, at least. Honorable mentions being, of course, 11 to 15. Uh-oh, too far. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. Oh, gotta get a drink. Hold on. Okay. Number 12. Oh, geez. I have such a hard time with this movie. Durandar, The Revenge. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. I don't think I'll ever be able to say that. $152.9 million worldwide. More of a forward market there.
Have to say that again.
Number 10, sorry, 13. I know where I'm at. Number 13, Boonie Bears, The Hidden Protector, $139.3 million. That's strictly a foreign market, 100% foreign. Number 14 is The Drama, $124.6 million. And that's more leaning toward a foreign market there. That's cool. Number 15, rounding out the honorable mentions, is The King's Warden, $113.4 million. And that's more of a foreign market too. Okay, so this about wraps up the weekend box office update. Okay, here I am. I'm back. Oh. So, let's get to the main event, shall we? I'm going to talk about the new horror movie, Dolly. Okay, so I'll just pull up IMDb. Let's see, edit stage. Put myself in the corner. Okay. If it looks, I apologize for my computer being very slow tonight for some reason. All right, let's get to the movie. So this did actually premiere at film festivals last year, but it didn't get a wide release. Go away, I'm not sponsored. It didn't get a wide release until this year. There it is. I love this poster. It's so creepy, and it perfectly sets the mood for the movie. Everything you need to know about the movie is in this poster. Mummy knows best. You see the connection to Mother's Day now. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. I know it's a week late, but better late than never, right? So anyways, Dolly was directed by Rod Blackhurst. It was written by Blackhurst and Brandon Weevil. It was made in a budget of $600,000, and it made $793.5 thousand worldwide. But this just came out last week, so hopefully it makes more of its money back. Hopefully it makes a huge profit. Because I'm not gonna lie, I love this movie, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so let's start with the description. So here's the description according to IMDb. If it loads. Here we go. Oh, I see an ad coming. Maybe. Oh, no? Okay, cool. Awesome. Even better. Okay. A couple's hiking trip turns fatal when they stumble upon a sacred ground of Dolly, a masked deranged figure who catches their girlfriend and forces her to live as her baby. See the Mother's Day connection now? Huh? I gotta be careful playing video footage, though. I don't want to get dinged for copyright claims. So let's just get back to this poster. Okay. So the question remains, where am I? Okay. Is this flick one bad mother? Oh, left corner. Okay, let's get to it. So, the movie is actually based off a 2022 short film called Baby Girl, also directed by Blackhurst. It was filmed. Well, this movie was filmed on location in Chattanooga, Tennessee, on 16 millimeter film, which is a nice stylistic choice. It's a callback to 70s and 80s grindhouse slashers. Part of why I love this movie so much is because it reminds me of older movies, the way they used to make movies. The gorgeous scenery alludes to how vast the woods are. Some of these backdrops are just gorgeous too. Like there's a scene with them standing on a cliff overlooking like this river. It's beautiful. And you can see all the pine forest. Blackhurst has a keen visual style and tonal consistency, which he confidently asserts, showing what he wants as he wants it, very deliberately. Little tidbits of information get fed to you here and there, so if you're not paying attention, you might not pick up on it. The atmosphere alone deserves high praise. The set design has the grisly, lived-in vibe that adds to this unsettling tone. Shot primarily in one location, the house that the movie takes place in becomes a character in itself, and it's symbolic of the fear of captivity. The need for escape becomes more dire as things get worse. Blackhurst uses close-ups to make the viewer feel like they're present in the moment as it's happening. Tight quarters are used to exemplify the feelings of claustrophobia and hopelessness. I love the practical effects for the gore. There's not a whole lot of kills, but it certainly delivers when they come. So, if you're a gore hound, you won't be disappointed. I don't want to say too much because I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as I can. But there's creative use of a shovel. I'll get to that in a little bit. And somebody's jaw gets severed, and it's really cool the way it looks. Like, it's so realistic. A lot of the practical effects are like that. There's another scene. Again, I don't want to say too much, but it involves nipples getting ripped off. And ooh. It is brutal. I don't wince a lot in movies, but this movie made me wince. So I give credit for that. It takes a lot for me to make me wince in a movie. To get that guttural reaction, that physical response, that's cool. High praise for that. It's been so long since I've seen a movie that actually did that. And this movie got me a few times too. There's some pretty good jump scares. The sound design is really what enhances the experience. Using silence and reactions in abundance, as opposed to on-cue jump scares. So, for example, there's a scene where she's like hiding in this like hole in the ground, Macy. Then all of a sudden, like the shovel whacks down like right beside her, and she looks up, and Dolly's right there, but there's no music or anything like that. It's just like you hear the shovel hit, and like that's the jump scare. Like that's what I mean. It doesn't rely on the music to scare you. It's actually relies on what's happening, and that's cool. That's the way jump scares should be. This movie got me so many times. think my girlfriend enjoyed watching me more than watching the actual movie. So I do have some issues with the script. It's somewhat shallow and repetitive. Once we get to the house, Macy has an uncomfortable interaction with Dolly, tries to escape, only to be brought back to square one for one reason or another. Wash, rinse, repeat. The whole movie is just kind of like that when she gets to the house. And the main characters sometimes make infuriating decisions, too. The character writing is undeniably a weakness because several illogical decisions get made that may annoy some people. I know it annoyed us. For example, early on, Chase plans on proposing to Macy, so he brings this engagement ring. Before he pops the question, he goes into the woods to investigate this music box that he hears. Never investigate strange noises. Horror movies 101. Or should I say surviving horror movies 101. But at least he didn't ask who's there. I'll give them that. There's a lot of little things like that, though, that are just frustrated. It's like, why would you do that? And then later, Macy wakes up in Dolly's house and sees that Dolly is wearing said ring. So, of course, Macy, she constantly risks the chance of escape just so she can get it back. It's like, just let it go. She's about to get out, and then she's like, well, the ring. And then she goes back to get the ring. Like, really? You can get a different ring. It's just a material possession. Like, come on. Maybe I'm just nitpicking, but that was really frustrating for me. But anyways, I love this movie's dark and twisted sense of humor. Throughout the film, there's spurts of this offbeat comedy that I didn't see coming. It really threw me off, and I laughed out loud so many times. That balance of horror and humor is crucial because having time to breathe and laugh makes the scary parts more impactful. It also catches you off guard because you think that you're safe, you're relaxed, and then something scary happens. It's another way the jump scares are more effective that way. They purposely give you that sense of security, you know what I mean? And then rip it away from you. So, Fabian Chase plays Macy. Sorry if I butchered that. Let's get your picture up here. Hold on. Come on, load. Please load. Yay, it's loading. You can do it, buddy. Yay, it worked. Cool. Go, computer.
Just like in my memory.
Okay. Let's get her picture. That's a cool picture, but it doesn't really do her justice. There's only 12 pictures. They have this doll shrine. It's really cool too, but I'll get to that. Is there a better picture? Is there a better picture? No. Okay. Let's stick with that. That's her there. I can zoom in though. Oh, in. In. No, not out. In. Okay, I guess that's the closest I can get. Oh, well. There she is. Obviously, I'm talking about the woman that's not wearing the mask. But Fabian Chase, that's her name. Sorry for butchering that. See the spelling? Oh, hold on, you can't see that. Yeah, I think it's French. That's how it's spelled. So sorry for butchering that. She's fully committed to the role. She especially gets put through the ringer. Sorry, I'll try that again. She especially gets put through the ringer compared to how other final girls barely get hurt nowadays. So, thankfully, she's no Mary Sue. In case you don't know, Mary Sue is a character who's a female who never gets hurt, and she doesn't have any character flaws, and she's just perfect the way she is, and she doesn't have to learn anything along the way. She's just instantly good at everything she does, and characters like that are really frustrating. The best example was the remake of Mulan. They totally changed the character, and they made her like this perfect person that didn't need to practice anything. She just was perfect. Really frustrating. I hate characters like that. So thank goodness she's not like that. And this movie doesn't hold back. She goes through both psychological torture and physical as well. There's plenty of gross out moments, some of which actually induced physical reactions from me, like gagging. Like there's a scene where she tries to feed her this gross, like it looks like it's like almost like moldy, like it looks like vomit almost. It's supposed to be like baby food, I guess, or something, but it's so gross. And then she tried to give her this bottle. It's got like this gray, like chunky milk, and just thinking about it, makes me want to gag. This movie's gross. In a good way, in a good way. She's smart too, as far as picking her battles. She knows when to submit and when to take action. Like there's a scene where she's in a high chair, but she's not like strapped down or anything like that. And then Dolly gets hurt. So what she does, and like Dolly falls over. So what she does, she actually tips the chair, and she's able to get out of the chair like that. That's what I mean. It's very practical that way. So it's cool that she has at least some common sense as opposed to her boyfriend. And then there's the whole ring thing that I talked about too, which is just frustrating. But hey, a lot of horror movies are like that, so I can't be too critical, I guess. Sean William Scott plays Chase. Her character is Macy. So I don't think I saw Sean William Scott, but I'll just pull his picture up because he's still in the cast list. Go away, not sponsored. Where is Sean William Scott? Oh, too far. Did I not go too far? Oh, there's the cast. Oh my goodness. Where is he? Here we go. Sean William Scott. Probably most well known for American Pie. Stifler. He's also in Role Models. That's a good one. Mostly known for his comedic stuff. He was also in the original Final Destination. He had a small part in that. So he's not new to horror by any means. It's just nice to see him get back to his horror roots. I think that was his first movie, Final Destination. It's refreshing to see him in a more dramatic role, too. It's just too bad he doesn't have a bigger part. But I do like how there's one part, again, I don't want to say too much, but it looks like he was killed off. But he keeps on going. His character's a trooper in this movie. I love it. Every now and again, it cuts back to him, and he's still going. It's like, yeah, go you. He's hanging on by a thread, but go you. Oh, and there's this brutal part, too, where Dolly takes the shovel, and she goes right down on his shin. Ooh, that made me wince.
That made you jump.
Yeah, that was brutal. That's what I mean. This movie doesn't hold back. It knows what it's trying to be. And it's unapologetic. I love it.
Yet it's not as brutally gory as some of the other horror movies.
Yeah. It's not as brutal as some of the horror movies. Like, it's no Terrifier. But it is still similar to the Terrifier movies. And I'll explain why in a little bit. I'll get to that. Okay. So. Next. Ethan Suplee. Sorry if I butchered that. Go away. I'll read you later. Go away. I'm not sponsored. He's been in a lot of like Kevin Smith movies. He's also on My Name is Earl. Go away. Not sponsored. Okay, here he is. He plays Toby. He's nearly unrecognizable as Dolly's father. He's good at capturing that domineering, menacing figure that he's trying to portray. And it's cool to see him outside of the role of comedy, too. So he does a good job at that. It was a nice surprise. I didn't know he was in this. Go back. We have Max the Impaler as Dolly. I like this picture up here. This one's really creepy. There it is. I love the way she uses body language. Well, first of all, Max the Impaler plays Dolly, and she's like a professional wrestler. I love the way she uses body language. The way she like rocks back and forth while twiddling her fingers is beyond creepy. And the way she jumps around ecstatically when she's happy and she's like clapping is so unnerving. The feelings of dread that she creates while she pantomimes is very reminiscent of the first time I saw David Howard Thornton play Art the Clown. So in that regard, that's how it's similar to Terrifier. Not in the gore aspect. It's not nearly as gory as the Terrifier movies. But this performance is incredible. It makes the movie. She steals the show. Her wrestling background is put to good use as she lumbers around as this unpredictable, sinister presence. She really does have the potential to become a new modern horror icon because her feral, chaotic energy, it just feels so authentic, not forced. I don't want to sound like hyperbole, but she does also remind me of Gunnar Hansen, the way he performed as Leatherface. So it looks like Art the Clown is competition now. And her weapon of choice is a spade shovel, which I kind of mentioned briefly before. But I want to mention it because I don't think I've seen that in a horror movie before. So it's a very unique weapon. Kudos. I love the look of the mask, too. Like, this is how it starts off. You can kind of see here, maybe I can zoom in. No, I can't really zoom in. Okay. But yeah, on the bottom, it looks like it's kind of jagged and it's like cutting into her neck. So it actually hurts her to wear it. Yes, she still does for some reason or another. But we never actually see what her face looks like underneath, which I thought was a good choice. Keep it mysterious.
We do, sort of.
You don't have to really explain everything. Yeah. And it has layers to it, too, kind of like a Russian nesting doll. So this mask goes through a transformation. Different layers get shed, and you see different parts of it break off. And it gets even creepier as the film progresses. It's really cool. It's a nice subtle touch. I like things that do that. I like when horror movies do that. Subtle details make all the difference. So you can see kind of underneath the mask, but it looks like layers of, like, maybe it's different masks. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's very mysterious. It's very cool. They didn't have to do that, but they put a lot of thought into what she was wearing. A lot of times, I complain about this in horror movies, especially slashers. They have this generic mask. It's like, come on, if you're going to make a horror villain, put some thought into your mask. Look at all the gray masks. There's a reason why they're iconic. I love the score, too. It adds to the tension immensely. It's a nice touch that the titular villain gets a theme song. That's so cool. It's another tribute to cinema of yesteryear. Okay. Where? Oh, we got a comment. Cool. Sabrina says, it's very predictable and repetitive, in my opinion. Yeah, that's cool. I can see that. I won't argue.
And so she runs, she falls, she gets caught.
She runs, she falls, she gets caught. This time we even called it too. We're like, she's gonna fall. And the next thing you know, a few seconds later, boom, she falls. It's not funny.
That's what I mean by it was predictable.
Yeah. So overall, I'll do that for now. That's fine. I do think this flick is one bad mother. Porcelain dolls are inherently scary. So utilizing that face as a mask is a no-brainer. They kind of do it in like the Purge movies, and they kind of do it in the Strangers movies, but it hasn't really been like the main character wearing like a doll mask. It's always been like other killers too, and a doll is just one of them. So it's nice to have one, and it's cool that it's a female villain too, because usually in horror movies it's a male killer, right? So aside from Pearl, more recently, I can't think of another horror movie, especially a slasher, where it was a female. So that's awesome.
Kudos to them for that.
I tip my hat to you. Is it shallow and stupid at times? Yes, very much so. Undoubtedly.
Did you touch on first the dolls?
Yeah. It's got this, well, however,
Young chats.
they do attempt a bit of subtext, setting up a contrast between the Macy character and the titular villain. Macy's the antithesis of Dolly, because Macy is reluctant to settle down. She's unsure if she wants a family. She wasn't even sure if she was going to accept the proposal. Meanwhile, Dolly longs for a family, and to the point that she'll go to extreme lengths to get one. So you can see the dichotomy there. The movie ultimately does succeed at what its goal is, and that is to gross out and disturb, pushing the limits of the genre with non-stop, relentless havoc. I didn't find this movie boring. I was on the edge of my seat. It was predictable, sure, and sometimes are kind of laughable, but for the most part, this movie had me. It reminds you of why you should stay out of the woods, and how any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly. Avoid those people. That's a Friday the 13th reference, by the way. Speaking of references, there's a lot of fun references to other horror movies in this. Like there's a Friday the 13th reference. There's a reference to The Shining that I noticed. And even Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a few little sprinkled in. So I like when movies do that. When they pay tribute to the genre, that's cool. Sometimes they can be like in your face about it, but this one doesn't do that. I just kind of this around. You're like, oh, hey. So if you love horror movies, you'll notice it. You'll know what I'm talking about. And as far as being creepy and disturbing, one of the best parts of this movie is this doll shrine that they have. It's in the previews, and I have pictures on the collage. Maybe I can actually find it. Hold on, I'll share the screen. One more time. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, it worked. Wow, my computer's going so slow tonight. I do apologize. So let's see if I can get the shrine. Because they got like dolls nailed on trees. There's this huge like mass grave. And it's all like around the hole in the ground. There's dolls all around the border of it. It's so creepy. You can kind of see it here. Yeah, there it is. So you can see the dolls in the trees, and then there's the edge of it there, and it just goes all the way around. It's so creepy.
Any of the dolls is creepy.
Yeah.
That's why we have a pack, no dolls allowed in our house.
It's true. We have a very strict no doll policy in our house. Here I am. I'm back. So, this movie is currently streaming on Shudder in Canada. That's how I watched it. Hello, Ursula. Here's my co-host, Ursula. She wants to be part of the show, too. And make sure you stick around for the end credit scene, too. There's a little funny bit, and it kind of opens up a sequel. So I like that, too. I'm the kind of person who always watches the credits the first time I've seen a movie, just out of respect. So that's a nice little surprise. I wasn't even expecting that. So this movie is very similar to In the Violent Nature, Terrifier, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Those are the reasons why I explained earlier. So I highly recommend this movie if you like those. And I'm genuinely looking forward to seeing more Dolly movies in the future. I hope this movie gets a sequel, and I hope there's more sequels after that. Because plenty of questions get raised as the layers of the situation get pulled back. There's things about this house, like there's other locked rooms, there's other like prisoners, there's a whole basement like altar shrine dedicated to dolls. So I'm very curious, what the hell is going on in this house? Like, you could have another movie to explain that. And actually,
I don't know if I want to know what's going on in that house.
I actually saw an interview recently with the director, and he did say he originally planned out a trilogy. So hopefully the other movies come to fruition. It's really exciting to see movies like this get made and then see them be successful and then see franchises get spawned from them. That's why I like Terrifier so much. It's that rag to riches story too, because this was a really low budget movie. I think it said $400,000 or something like that. So yeah, that's under $500,000. That's impressive. So I really hope this becomes successful. So go see this movie. I highly recommend it. The only problem is it got such a limited release in theaters. I didn't even see it in theaters. I watched it on Shudder. So at least you can see it on Shudder if you're not able to see this in a theater. But I can imagine this would be a great theater experience with that sound system. Oh my God.
The 3D would probably be good.
Yeah, I can see this being good in 3D.
The way around you type.
Oh yeah, Screen X.
Yeah.
The cinematography is really good too. I forgot to mention that. This movie's got this gritty, like 70s vibe to it. It's really cool because that's entirely because it was filmed on 16mm film too. Like this movie looks like it could have been released in like the 70s or the 80s. And one of the complaints I have with a lot of movies nowadays is how the movie looks. I don't like the look of modern day movies. So seeing stuff like this, it's very, I really appreciate it. So, my official grade for Dolly is a large popcorn. This concludes tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Mr. FLIXTER Show. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. If you made it this far, it means you must really like me, and I appreciate that. So, keep on watching. Thank you very much. I love ya. Next week, I'm going to have a Star Wars episode, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to talk about the planets. It's going to be cool. And then the week after that, I'm not quite sure. I'll figure it out. But
cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So until next time, have a good night. Once again, I'm Mr. FLIXTER signing out. And I will see you next week.
I'll see you at the movies.
Oh, let's try it again. Take two. So, until next time. I'll see you at the movies. Have a great day. Did you know that I'm a film critic for HorrorBuzz.com? You can read my reviews on their website, so I'll leave links below for that. And remember, this flick gives a whole new meaning to the phrase, getting all dolled up. I'll sell myself out. See you next week. Have a good night.